Some men enter a room, and the energy shifts. People turn to look. Conversations slow. There's something about them, something unspoken, something powerful. They don't beg for attention. They don't demand respect. And yet, they get it. This is called aura. An unshakable presence that makes people notice you, chase you, respect you, even without a single word spoken. The weak try too hard. They talk too much, seek approval, and force attention. But the men with real aura, they move differently. They carry themselves with silence, strength, and purpose. And because they do not chase, they are the ones who are chased. Today, I will give you 10 proven Stoic secrets to develop an aura so powerful that people will be drawn to you without even understanding why. Ignore these and you will remain invisible. Master them, and the world will feel your presence before you even speak. This is how you make them chase you. Subscribe to Apex now, because real power is silent, and it belongs to those who seek it. Lesson 1. Speak less, observe more. There is something magnetic about a person who does not speak unless necessary. The quiet man holds power. He does not waste words. He does not seek validation. He lets others talk while he listens, observes, and calculates. Think of the most respected men in history: Marcus Aurelius, Miyamoto Musashi, Bruce Lee. These men understood something most people never will. Mystery creates power. The average person speaks too much. They reveal their thoughts, their weaknesses, their plans, leaving nothing to be desired. But the man with aura? He speaks only when needed, and when he does, people listen. Why? Because his words carry weight. Imagine you are in a room full of people. Some talk endlessly, trying to impress. But one man sits calmly, observing. He listens before he speaks. When he finally says something, every word is sharp, clear, and intentional. People lean in. They feel his presence. This is the first secret of developing an unshakable aura. Stop talking so much. Stop giving away your thoughts freely. Speak when it matters, and you will find that your words suddenly have power. You will notice something strange when you apply this. People will start chasing your attention. They will wonder what you're thinking. They will crave your opinion. You will no longer have to prove yourself. Your aura will do it for you. Lesson 2. Control your emotions like a king. A man who cannot control his emotions is a man who can be controlled. And a man who can be controlled has no aura. Have you ever seen someone lose their temper in public? Shouting, arguing, getting offended over something small? In that moment, they expose themselves. They show the world they are weak, that their emotions control them, not the other way around. Now, think of the opposite. A man who remains calm under pressure. A man who doesn't flinch when provoked. A man who can be insulted, tested, rejected, yet his face remains unreadable. This is the man people fear. This is the man people respect. Look at the greatest leaders in history. Marcus Aurelius, Alexander the Great, Napoleon. These men understood that power is not just in action, but in restraint. The moment you let emotions dictate your decisions, you lose your ability to lead, to influence, to command respect. The Stoics believed in absolute control over the self. They taught that nothing outside of you should disturb your inner peace. Someone disrespects you. You remain calm. Someone doubts you. You do not explain yourself. Someone rejects you. You walk away without a word. When you master this, you become dangerous, not in a reckless way, but in a way that makes others tread carefully around you. They will not know what you are thinking. They will not know how to break you. And that, my friend, is how you develop an aura that makes people chase you. Because in a world full of weak men who react to everything, the man who controls himself controls the room. Lesson 3. Master the art of silence. Silence is power. In a world where everyone fights to be heard, the one who speaks the least holds the most control. Why? Because silence creates mystery, and mystery creates attraction, curiosity, and respect. Most people do not know how to handle silence. They fill every gap with nervous chatter, over-explain themselves, and seek approval through words. The man with aura, he lets silence do the work for him. Imagine you are in a conversation and someone tries to provoke you. Maybe they insult you, maybe they test you. A weak man argues back. A strong man simply looks at them, says nothing, and lets the weight of his silence sink in. Silence makes people uncomfortable because it forces them to think. It makes them question themselves, their words, their position. It shifts the power dynamic in your favor. Think of powerful figures like Marcus Aurelius, Sun Tzu, or even modern leaders. They never rush to speak. They never fill the silence with meaningless words. And that is why when they do speak, people listen. Learn to be comfortable with silence. Let others reveal themselves while you remain unreadable. When you speak less, your words gain weight, your presence becomes stronger, and people start chasing your attention instead of the other way around. Because in the end, a man who can sit in silence is a man who does not need the world, and the world, in return, will chase him. Lesson 4. Move with purpose, never in hesitation. A man's presence is not just in his words, it is in the way he moves. Every step, every gesture, every action must be deliberate. The moment you move with hesitation, you expose doubt. And doubt is the enemy of aura. Think of a king walking into a room. Does he rush? Does he look around nervously? No. He walks with calm certainty, as if he belongs there, as if the room itself adjusts to his presence. This is how you must carry yourself. Most people move without intention. They fidget, they shift, they look unsure of themselves. But a man who moves with purpose, he stands tall, his movements are controlled, and he does not rush, even in the smallest actions. Pulling out a chair, picking up a drink, or turning to speak. He does it with confidence, with authority. The Stoics believed that self-mastery begins with self-awareness. They trained themselves to be conscious of their posture, their pace, their breathing. They knew that the way a man moves speaks louder than his words. This is why the most charismatic men, actors, leaders, warriors, never appear rushed or frantic. They seem in control of time itself. And because they move with certainty, people naturally follow them. From now on, move like a man who knows exactly where he is going. Walk into a room like you belong there. Never rush, never fidget, never hesitate. because a man who moves with purpose commands attention without ever asking for it. Lesson 5. Hold strong eye contact, but rarely. Eye contact is one of the most powerful ways to command respect, attraction, and dominance. The eyes reveal everything: confidence, fear, strength, and insecurity. A man with a powerful aura does not avoid eye contact, but he also does not give it away freely. Think of the most powerful men in history: military leaders, warriors, kings. They do not stare people down in desperation, nor do they avoid eye contact in fear. They look with purpose. They hold eye contact just long enough to establish dominance. Then they look away on their terms. Here's how you master this. When someone speaks to you, look directly into their eyes, but with calm intensity. Do not blink rapidly. Do not shift nervously. Simply observe. This makes people feel your presence. When you speak, hold eye contact briefly, then break away naturally. This shows that you are confident but not desperate for approval. It sends a message: I acknowledge you, but I do not need to hold your gaze to prove myself. If someone tries to intimidate you with a stare down, meet their gaze, hold it, then break it on your own time, never in nervousness. This shows control, not submission. Most people either stare too much, trying to prove something, or avoid eye contact altogether out of insecurity. The man with aura. He finds balance. He looks at the world as if he owns it, but does not seek validation from it. And the result? People will feel your presence before you even say a word. Lesson 6. Build strength. Physical and mental. Aura is not just about how you carry yourself. It is about what you have built within yourself. People are naturally drawn to those who radiate strength. And strength is not something you can fake. It must be earned. Look at history's most powerful men, the warriors, the emperors, the leaders. They were not just mentally sharp, they were physically strong. They carried themselves with a presence that demanded respect, not through words, but through the way they stood, the way they moved, the way they existed. If you want to command attention without asking for it, you must become stronger, inside and out. Physical strength. Train your body, not to look good, but to be strong, to stand with confidence, to move with power. People can sense strength, even without a single word spoken. When you are physically powerful, you move differently, you command space, and people notice. Mental strength. Train your mind, read philosophy, study strategy, develop self-discipline. A weak mind cannot maintain a strong presence. When you are mentally sharp, you are calm in chaos, unshaken by setbacks, and fearless under pressure. That energy alone will draw people toward you. The Stoics knew this well. They hardened their bodies through discipline, their minds through wisdom, and their souls through struggle. They understood that a man is only as strong as his ability to endure suffering. So from this moment forward, make strength your foundation. Build a body that cannot be broken. Build a mind that cannot be manipulated. And build a presence that does not beg for attention. Because true strength speaks for itself. Lesson 7. Be a man of few words, but powerful actions. A man who speaks too much dilutes his power. A man who does too little is forgotten. But the man who speaks rarely and moves with intention, he becomes unforgettable. Look at the greatest warriors, leaders and thinkers in history. Marcus Aurelius, Miyamoto Musashi, Alexander the Great. They were not men of empty words. They spoke when necessary and let their actions do the rest. Here's the truth. Most people talk too much and do too little. They boast about what they will do. They over-explain. They try to convince people of their worth. But the man with aura, he does not seek to prove himself through words. He proves himself through results. If you say you will do something, do it. No reminders. No seeking validation. Just action. If you want respect, do not demand it. Earn it through your presence and behavior. If someone doubts you, do not argue. Succeed in silence. Let them see for themselves. The Stoics believed in measured speech and decisive action. They knew that a man who constantly talks about himself is a man unsure of himself. But a man who lets his actions speak, he is the one others follow. So from this moment forward, speak less, act more. Become a man whose presence alone tells the world who he is. Because in the end, it is not what you say that gives you aura. It is what you have built, what you have endured, and what you have become. Final message: the aura of the relentless. Your aura is not something you ask for. It is something you create. It is built through silence, discipline, presence, and strength. The weak will chase attention. The strong will let the world come to them. Starting today, you will not seek approval. You will not beg for recognition. You will move through the world with the quiet power of a man who knows who he is. Because when you walk like a king, when you stand like a warrior, and when you speak like a man who does not need to be heard, they will chase after you.